The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has urged banks to strengthen their corporate governance principles and risk management framework to enhance investors' confidence in the ongoing recapitalization exercise and move towards achieving a $1 trillion economy by 2030. SEC Director General Dr. Emomotimi Agama, who announced this at the yearly workshop of the Capital Market Correspondents Association of Nigeria, CAMCAN, in Lagos, restated the Commission's commitment towards ensuring transparency and efficiency in the recapitalization process. Agama, who was represented by the Divisional Head Legal and Enforcement of the SEC, John Achille, noted that the framework on the banking sector Recapitalization 2024-2026 provided clear guidance for issuers while also safeguarding the interest of investors, a step that would redefine trust in the market. On his part, the chairman, NGX Group Dr. Umaru Kwarianga, urges every institution to key in into Nigeria's move of achieving a $1 trillion economy by 2030. An economist, Johnson Chukwu, who was the guest speaker, called for concerted effort from both banks and investors, supported by regulators in ensuring that the Nigerian banking sectors remain resilient, competitive, and capable of driving the country's economic growth for the future. Chukwu was speaking on the theme, Banks Recapitalization, Bridging the Gap Between Investors and Issuers in the Nigerian Capital Market, argued that while the Apex Bank's role in verifying the source of the capital invested is important, the longer period for completion of the verification process is dampening investors' confidence.
It's already set that target of $1 trillion economy. And for us at the Nigerian capital market, we're already keying into that vision, we're already keying into that goal, we're already keying into that objectives. We believe we have the capacity with a population of over 220 million. There's no way that we cannot achieve that. And we at the Nigerian capital market, and NGX in particular, we have the infrastructure, we have the technology, we have the resources to be in the same level, in the same capacity with the federal government so that we can achieve that economy. So the $1 trillion economy is achievable. And I believe through the Nigerian capital market, we have demonstrated that with the recent banking recapitalization. We have raised over 2 trillion naira so far, at this just 2024. We started not more than 3-4 months ago, and I believe 2025 is just a matter of time that we can be able to see we are going to surpass, maybe not double or triple that. So $1 trillion economy is achievable. We in the Nigerian capital market, we are in the same wagon with Mr. President and the Nigerian population, and we believe we are going to achieve that.
2030 may be too early, too short a time for us to achieve a $1 trillion economy, because today our economy is less than $300 billion. So for you to achieve, and we are talking about 6 years from 2030, in fact actually, yes, 6 years from 2030. So for you to move from about 300 billion to 1 trillion means you are going to grow at above more than 20% cumulative annual growth rate. And the economy is not growing at about that. The last GDP figure came at a print of about 3.46% growth. So, but the key thing is that we have an ambition, and we need to, what structure do we need to put in place to drive towards that ambition? Even if you don't achieve the ambition, they say if you want to aim for the moon, you have to aim for the sky. So if you want to aim for the roof, you have to aim for the moon. So that's a good thing that we have an ambition to become a $1 trillion economy. The key thing that will drive that economy, we need to build infrastructure. Key critical element of economic development is infrastructure supply. Then the financial system, which is what we're talking about today. How do we ensure that we mobilize capital to go into the productive sector of the economy in a way that capital goes to the most productive sector of the economy? And how do we create the banking system that's in a position to intermediate in an economy of $1 trillion or prospective $1 trillion? So you're going to come from both the fiscal authority and the monetary authorities. Of course, the banks are subset of the monetary system, while as the fiscal authority drives the economic growth through the budgetary system. And in that process, we have to have a fiscal framework in terms of tax system, in terms of tariff system, in terms of infrastructure supply, in terms of security architecture that will incentivize private sector investment coming from foreign direct investor that will help build the momentum that the economy needs to grow.
When you talk about the $1 trillion dollar economy, it cannot be achieved without the capital markets. Capital market is the barometer to measure the economy. So they need to work with the markets government, both the federal government and states, even the stakeholders, quoted companies, they need to tap into the market very well so that the economy can grow to a greater height. So that is why we decided to pick this topic. And from my presentation, over 1.77 trillion has been raised from the markets by some banks in this exercise. And we know as we go into 2025, many of them will still come. So we are looking at how they are going to nurture even the shareholders, investors, so that they carry everybody along. The process is to be seamless to achieve the desired result.